Hi, sixth graders, it's Miss Schwer again. I wanted to do the next lesson, which is median and mode. And now again, these should be review of ones that we've already done. So again, we're still in chapter 11. And this is lesson 2. And again, like I said, it should be review. They'll be under their code word in the middle of the video. Alright, so the first one that we're going to be doing is, I'm giving you the set of numbers 13, 6, 7, 13, and 6. These are the number hours that 5 different students study for a test. So I'm going to take my numbers. The first thing I have to do in all of these is I'm going to put them in order. So I'm going to do 6, 6, there's 2 of them. I'm going to cross them off as I do them to make sure I get them all. 7, 13, and 13. Okay, so if I look at those, I have 2 6s, 1, and I wasn't doing it. So I have 5 numbers, I know I'm good. That's my first job. The median is the number in the middle. So literally, now if you have an odd number, it's easier than if it's even. I'll do one of each, or I'll do a few of each. So this has 5 numbers. So that means I'm gonna start at the outside, go to the middle. My median, my middle number, so my median is going to be 7. That's my middle number. So, and then my label would be hours because I'm talking about hours studying. My mode is the number that occurs the most often. Now the mode can have, there can be no mode. If let's say I have all different hours and none of them are the same, there can be no mode. The mode, I can also have more than one, which is what's gonna happen here. So I only have 1 7, but I have 2 6s and 2 13s. So actually that is my mode. My first mode would be 7, and my second mode would be 13. I actually can have both of them, and my label I'm still gonna have on there. Now eventually what you're gonna do is you're going to be given a set of data, and you're gonna have to find the mean, median, and mode for it. And again, you can use your notes, but I'm here, so I could take this and I could say, okay, I want you to find the mean of this data as well. Okay, from the last thing, where I add them all up and divide by the number 5. So if I wanted to do that, I could as well. So my median, my mode, my median is the one in the very middle, median actually means middle, and mode is the most often, most of mode. Okay, all right, let's go to our next one. Where's my rig? All right, so let's go to number 2. And I'll leave those up. Hopefully there's still plenty of room. Over a little bit. Okay, so my next example is ages of grandchildren. So this one I have, let's see, 1, 15, 9, 12, 18, 9, 5, I'm going to take this on, 5, 14, and 7. And I have them all. So my first job again is to put them in order. Okay, so I'm going to go through 1, and then my next would be 5, and then 7, and then it looks like I have 2 9s, 12, and then 14, 15, and 18. So I start with 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Typically, the most reason students get these problems wrong is because they make goofy errors, like they copy them wrong or they forget a number. So it's not really because students don't want to do it, it's just goofy errors. So I have an odd number again. So I have 9 of them. So I'm going to, again, to find the middle median, I'm going to work backwards. So my 9 is going to be my median, so 9. And then my label I was talking about, these are the ages of our grandchildren. So it'd be 9 years. Now the mode. I'm looking for what number happens the most often. If I look at this data, the only number that's repeated is the 9. So I'm also going to have 9 years for my mode. Again, I could find my mean and have you add them all up and divide by 9 to find out what the mean or average age of the child is. So there's actually 3 different ways you can find the middle of any set of numbers. All right. So now we're going to get a little bit trickier. All right, the next one is I'm going to give you, let's see, these are amount of weekly allowances for a kid. So I have 2, 3, 9, 4, 3, 9, 4, 2, 3, 8. Let's see, I should have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So now I'm going to take them. And I'll put them in order again, small c, so we're talking dollars. So I have 2 2s, 1, 2, 3, 3 3s, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have all my numbers. So now, again, the median for this one's a little bit trickier because it's an even number. So when I do my trick, and again, you don't have to actually count. You could say, well, what's 10 divided by 2? But I like doing this. So if I keep going back, I'm left with both of these numbers. So there's not an exact median. So that means I need to find out what is the middle, what is the very middle of my number. Now this one most of you should be able to do in your head. I want to know what's between 3 and 4. What's between $3 and $4? Be $3.50. You could have well no, you should have a 0 if you have $3.50. That is my middle. So what I would do, no matter what the two numbers, I add them up and divide by 2. That one we can do in our head. The mode is the one that happens the most often. Now this one's a little tricky. So if I look at my data set, I have 2 2s, 3 3s, 2 4s, and 2 9s. So I have more than one double, but it wants to know the one that happened the most often. So this one's 2, this one's 3, 2, and 2. Yes, there's more duplicates, but the one that happens the most often is the 3s because there's the most of them. So most means the most amount of times. So the mode would be the $3 is the most common. That is my most common. Okay, so that was, I believe, number 3. All right, on this one, I'm going to give you your code word. Your code word is going to be something that goes along with my coffee from my last video. Sugar, because obviously you need sugar if you're going to be drinking coffee. Okay, my last problem is, this is my annual rainfall. So I have 21 inches, 23 inches, 27 inches, 28 inches, 32 inches. Actually, no, I'm going to just number them this way. 32, 32, 34, and 43. Okay, so these are actually already in order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should have 8 of them. So they're already in order, so I don't need to number them, but I have 8 of them. So I want to figure out which one is in the middle. This one I'm actually going to do all 3 though. I'm going to find the mean, I'm going to find the median, and I'm also going to find the mode. And again, you can do these in any order that you would like. This one we'll actually go grab the calculator. Okay, so my mode is the one that happens the most often. So I'll start with that one, that was the easiest. If I look at my data, there's only one that is a duplicate, and that'd be 32. So my mode is going to be 32 inches. That's the only one that's duplicated. My middle, I have 2 of them, so this would be my middle of my data. Okay, so I want to know what's between 28 and 32. Most of you, I hope, could do that in your head. If not, grab out your calculator and you do 28 plus 32, divide by 2, and you get 30, which is obviously right between those. So your middle is 30. Now some students may say, well, that doesn't make any sense because it's not one of our data points, but it is. Because the middle doesn't have to be on there. So technically 30 inches is your middle. Okay? Last one is mean. This is the one that from the last lesson. I'm going to add them all up. 21 plus 23 plus 27 plus 28 plus 32 plus 32, 34 plus 43. And I get 240. We'll do here. I'm going to add it again. 21 plus 23. And this is one lesson that you probably really enjoy having a calculator on. Oops, did I forget now? I did one extra. 21 plus 23 plus 27, 28 plus 32 plus 32 plus 34 plus 43. 240. So I have 240. I have 8 numbers, and so it is going to work out really nice because 224 divided by 8 gives you exactly 3. But I'll do it with my calculator, divided by 8, and I get 30. So my average, or my mean, is 30 inches. So I'm giving you a data set, and I'm thinking of what are my measures of center. So mean is one of them, I got 30. Median, I got 30 as well, and my mode is 32. They're all very close, which is a good thing. The centers, just looking at it in different ways. Okay, so your homework, I believe, one day you're going to be doing the evens, one day you'll do the odds. And then Friday you'll take your quiz on this. So again, the code word that you'll need for your quiz is sugar. So you have your one from the last one and on this one, sugar. They go together, they match. So I hope you guys have an awesome day and a whole good week, and yeah, enjoy. enjoy the weather. I know it's a little colder this week, but do your best to get outside and get some of that energy up. All right, I miss you all. Have a lovely week. See you later. Bye.